you asked me about whether or not he can run it. I hope I didn't run anybody off, but all right, Reverend Smith, I know this is a controversial bill. I'd like to try to, I think everybody knows basically what you're doing, so let's try to keep the presentation short and allow some questions.
I'll do that. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, committee. Most of you that serve on the Senate Judiciary are familiar with the bill that I'm running, House Bill 1041. It's an act to protect the rights and privileges granted under the Arkansas Constitution and the United States Constitution to declare American laws for American courts and for other purposes. With your permission, I'd like to have my guest today share a little bit more information and move quickly to take questions.
You are recognized. State your name, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Senators, my name is Colonel Paul Deckart, retired United States Marine Corps. I'm currently with the Center for Security Policy. And if you'll indulge me, I have a brief statement I'd like to make and avail myself of your questions. Some 235 years ago, America's forefathers gathered in Philadelphia to debate and write a unique document. That single-page document announced the formation of a new country, one that would no longer find itself in the clutches of foreign power. That document was the Declaration of Independence. 11 years later, many of those same men gathered again to lay the foundation for how the United States of America was to be governed. The United States Constitution, a form of government like no other by the people, of the people, and for the people. For more than 2 centuries, hundreds of thousands of courageous men and women have given their lives to protect America's sovereignty and freedom. American constitutional rights must be preserved in order to preserve unique American values of liberty and freedom. State legislatures have a role to play in preserving constitutional rights and American values of liberty and freedom. If states did not have such a role to play, why then do states have constitutions which offer, mirror, echo, and reinforce the U.S. Constitution? America has unique values of liberty which do not exist in some foreign legal systems, including among but not limited to those values and rights are freedom of religion, freedom of speech, freedom of press, due process, the right to privacy, the right to keep and bear arms. Civil and criminal law serves as the bedrock of American values. We are a nation of laws. Unfortunately, increasingly, foreign laws and legal doctrines are finding their way into U.S. court cases. Invoking foreign laws and foreign legal doctrines, especially in family law cases, is a means of imposing an agenda on the American people while circumventing the U.S. and state constitutions by using foreign laws which do not recognize our constitutional rights and liberties in the United States courts. The potential impact of using foreign and international laws and legal doctrines in U.S. courts on the liberty of ordinary American citizens are as profound as they are disparaging. The embrace of foreign legal systems, some of which are inherently hostile to our constitutional liberties, is a violation of the principles on which our nation was founded. The founders of our nation believed that the United States of America and its individual states should never be subservient to any foreign power, country, or legal system, that no foreign power, country, or legal system should be allowed to encroach upon our rights under the Constitution. The purpose of American and Arkansas laws for Arkansas courts is to preserve the sovereignty of U.S. and Arkansas and their respective constitutions by preventing the encroachment of foreign laws and legal systems that run counter to our individual constitutional liberties and freedoms. By passing American and Arkansas laws for Arkansas courts, we will be preserving individual liberties and freedoms which become eroded by the encroachment of foreign laws and foreign legal doctrines. It is imperative that we safeguard our Constitution's fundamentals, particularly the individual guarantees in the Bill of Rights, the sovereignty of our nation and its people, the principles of the rule of law, not foreign laws. It is very important to note that virtually identical legislation has passed in Tennessee Louisiana, Arizona, Kansas, Mississippi, Alabama, Oklahoma, North Carolina, and Washington. And there has been no impact on business, commerce, or international relations of any kind. We're also at the final stages of passage in Florida and in Wyoming. They're in session right now. I've been in here, so they may have actually passed, I don't know. One last point to point out, the ecclesiastical exemption in the bill is quite clear for religious purposes. The corporate exemption and choice of law opportunity is another reason why in the 10 years that this has been in place in those other states at differing times, it's never been a challenge in court. It's quite clear for that expression. And the opportunity for the legislature to clearly express the will of the people of the state of Arkansas and make it clear to the trial courts what that will is, removes an opportunity for confusion as to what the will of the people of Arkansas is. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Senators.